I get their shit now more than anyone else.
Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back then,
Yes,
and let's
idiots. I love it.
reread my
This is
tweets
amazing.
after
I'm
we've
gonna
had
clip
this whole conversation. I'm curious what you disagree with.
Where are your tweets? Where do I?
Tweet the ones that you were going over on stream. Number 1, online socialists. So I'm specifically talking about online socialists, by the way. I even say in the tweet, online socialists.
I don't have a good enough. Hold on.
I was reading it. Here, I'll link it to you. Here you go.
I just have a. Yeah. Okay.
There it is. Okay, right there. Okay. Online socialists don't want you to know how much money they make because they want to constantly trick you into thinking they're on your side. Their rhetoric is much more effective when they can start their calls to action with "we need to" instead of "you need to." Do you disagree with any part of this? Okay, the next tweet is...
No, wait, sorry, I don't have a problem with them doing that. I do have a problem with your tweet.
Okay, what's your problem with my tweet?
Yeah, saying "we need to."
Is that you laughing, Sitch? My God.
Well, he's like, I don't have a problem
so funny.
with that. And Destiny's like, okay. And he's like, no. I don't have a problem with them doing that, with them grifting. It's insane.
To do
so
X
brave.
is way more rhetorically effective than "you need to." Can you imagine if Bernie Sanders was like, "You all need affordable health care. I'm fine. I'm wealthy." Like, no. If you're a populist,
He literally says that.
then naturally.
Yeah, Bernie Sanders literally did say that.
Yeah.
He talked about, he's like, we have very good health care in the Senate, and all Americans should have our same level of care.
Yep. That was
Your
his
statement
position.
should ring with the interests of the people. I don't think it's dishonest to do that.
Do you think that it might come off as a bit disingenuous when you present yourself as a working man that's rallying alongside your viewers when you're extorting them
If you
from...
present yourself as a working man, then yes. But if you're forthcoming with your income, as I try to be, and you...
I wonder how Vaush would feel about the mafia helping the Teamsters and the unions. Like, is that good because it was towards a political aim that helped workers?
It's got to be, by
don't know.
definition.
say stuff like, we need a higher wage in this country.
Okay, stop where you're at right now. Why are you talking about somebody being forthcoming with your income when I literally at the top say socialists that don't want you to know how much money they make? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people...
I think that your tweet gives the impression that, like, hold on. Online socialists don't want you to know how much money they make because they constantly trick you and think they're on your side. Okay, we can go on this point by point, okay?
Okay.
First of all, yeah, okay. So first, let's do this. So, because they want to constantly trick you into thinking they're on your side. Mm-hmm. I think this is a completely inaccurate reading of the reason why they hide their incomes to the point of being, like, delusional. The reason why they hide it is because they're a bunch of dumb fuck online lefty 14-year-old Tumblr exile dipshits who will attack anyone who they say making more than $50,000 a year off of Patreon and accuse them of being traitors to the revolution. Now, I do still think that online leftists should show their income. I've been very clear about that. I've talked about that even to people.
Yeah, he's just saying our community is so terrible and childish that you have to hide your income from them.
They're bitter, jealous grifters. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, Vaush. I was giving them more credit than that.
That's a great sales pitch for your ideology.
Yeah, I thought you were all just stupid.
People who hide their income.
Where he's basically saying we have to alter our behavior because 14-year-olds control our movement.
Yes, yes.
Like, that's what he's saying. He's saying we can't tell, our movement can't tell the 14-year-old idiots to shut up. We have to alter our behavior around them.
Oh, man.
Has there ever been a more ruthless critique of socialism than what Vaush is demonstrating?
No, this is great. This is great. The 14-year-olds are controlling things.
You can add this to your Vaush hates socialist song remix.
Yeah, I will.
In private, but I don't think it's because they're trying to constantly trick you. I think they're just trying to avoid drama. This assigns a lot of malice and a lot of duplicity.
So they're cowards, is what you're saying.
That I don't
see
think
a lot
is
of drama in this community.
Okay, hold on one quick.
Uh-oh, he's closing all the porn tabs.
Yeah, what's going on here?
He's
What's
closing the
this
porn
little-
tabs.
Oh, well, that's good.
Okay. Do you think that this is like... Do you think that this reads a little bit disingenuously? Looking at the right. My flatmates and I are writing to our landlord to tell him we won't be paying rent in April due to the pandemic. Here's a template you can use if you need to do the same, and a list of things to bear in mind. Good luck. You don't think that this person is like making it sound like they need to get like out of paying rent due to the pandemic? Ignoring the fact that they're literally doing this to somebody that is probably making far less money than they do?
I don't necessarily have an issue with people calling for a rent strike and using collective language and doing
Stop.
think-
That's not what we're talking about.
I do think that it's bad that they hide their income, though. I think that's the big definer here. I think that if you show your income, then I think that's totally
This is
fine.
not the, what I'm saying is she is making it sound like she literally like won't be paying rent due to the pandemic, ignoring the fact that the landlord makes less than them. I would say that this
This is a tough situation that Destiny has put him in, because he's like the YouTuber that you love versus the evil landlord that everyone hates.
Right.
Even
Well,
though
and-
the landlord is the one with less power.
It's really also doubly gross to me to have someone who's a YouTuber who I assume PhilosophyTube makes most of their money through Patreon and YouTube. They're not affected really by the pandemic.
No,
So
not at
to
all.
use that as an excuse is really disgusting to people who did lose their jobs because of the pandemic.
Worse still, they may well be advantaged because now you've got loads of people sat at home with nothing to
Yes.
do but watch
Right.
philosophy.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
gross.
It's
But see,
sad.
that's PhilosophyTube's
But
whole
the
thing is that
evil landlord, Sitch, the
But
evil landlord.
this was like that fucking insane video, the PhilosophyTube's jobs video, because she's like, oh, it was so awful. I had to go to a workplace for the government and do nothing all day and get paid for it. And you're like, so many people are like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Dude,
Why are you
it was a
complaining
damning
about
indictment
this?
of the NHS. Don't
Yes.
get government healthcare because they'll pay you to do nothing.
Yes.
Yes.
You saw that video.
Yeah, I
And
did.
she's,
Yeah, it was
and she's
amazing.
whining about it. Like, how fucking privileged are you?
Yeah. Unbelievably so.
is a trick into making somebody think that they're on their side. This is what I'm referring to. I think that my
Wouldn't
first
she be
statement is
on
fair.
their side?
What?
Wouldn't she be on their side? I mean, she's a lefty. What do you mean on? Is she not?
As in, has the same struggles, has the same class problems, has the same like problem affording rent, when that's not the case.
There is definitely an implication here that they can't afford their rent that I do find a bit unsavory. This is why I really wish
bit.
they would show their income. But the general, like, we should do X language, I think is perfectly acceptable.
Stop. I don't think we're
That's bullshit. She's not saying we, like, you should all do this. She's saying literally, I'm doing this.
My
Yeah,
flat
you should follow
and
my
I.
lead.
you made a compare. Hold on. I have to do this because I can't
Thing
let
is,
you get the
philosophy
rhetorical.
tube could doubtless pay the entire rent of the entire flat for the entire time.
Right.
No
Yeah.
questions asked.
Yeah. But, you know, owning property is immoral, so fuck them.
But also, he gets to be she gets to be a martyr, a hero in the struggle, a revolutionary online with no threat to themselves.
The online just doesn't make it sound as cool, Sargon. It just takes the coolness right out of it. The aesthetic is horrible.
I do like that in the one instance we have of PhilosophyTube living the principles that she preaches, it actually still benefits her economically.
Yes.
It doesn't cost her
Perfect.
anything. She gains from it.
Prestige.
Yeah.
Rhetorical wins. I'm sorry.
Why do you keep accusing me of rhetorical wins?
Because you are, because you're doing. No. You might not realize you're doing it, but
better at it than
I'm
you are.
listening for it now and I'm hearing it more. Okay. Earlier, you used the comparison of Bernie Sanders. When Bernie says something like "We need free healthcare, we need free blah blah blah," Bernie Sanders is not presenting himself as a fellow poor. In fact, I'm almost positive that I've heard Bernie Sanders say, I think word for word, "The average American should have the same healthcare that I have in the Senate."
Yep.
I'm pretty sure he said that word for word. I think I've heard Bernie say that. So
That would
you're
be like the
comparing.
equivalent
So
of
stop.
showing your
Yes.
income
So
on
this is why I'm calling this a rhetorical win, because it's a disingenuous comparison. When Bernie Sanders says we need to do this, that's different. I don't think Bernie Sanders would come out and say we need to go on strike and stop paying our mortgage. I'm writing a letter to my landlord saying I'm not going to pay the mortgage. I don't think Bernie Sanders would fucking say that.
Pretty
That's
crap
what
Bernie
I'm.
Sanders impression.
That's what I'm talking about. You can try to divert, okay? But Abigail's tweet here.
Come on,
Abigail's
man, really?
tweet here. Abigail's tweet here is not comparable to Bernie Sanders' statement. Abigail's tweet here is a trick into thinking that she is on your side. That is my
Okay,
first statement.
again, I
I
don't
think
like
it has
the-
been sufficiently justified.
I don't like the use of the term "your side" because it implies that she has malicious intent or politically disagrees. If you wanted to say the language of this tweet gives the
If you are a socialist content creator and you suck up dollars that could go to other socialist content creators who would actually do something with that money, then yes, you are a traitor to the cause
Oh,
and you are
hell
not
yeah.
on their side.
Sitch.
Okay?
Coming in for the body blow.
Oof.
the mistaken impression that she's struggling more financially than she probably actually is, then I think I would agree with that. Would you mind this tweet if she had her income publicly known and it was something that she referred to in her videos? Like, I'm quite privileged, but she does it in like a British voice, you know?
No. If she made her income publicly known and she like wasn't ultra privileged, then I could be more understanding. But if she made like her
if
income,
she was privileged, but she talks like she's forthcoming with the information.
oh, I'd be a little bit better with it, but this would still be really irritating to me. But I'd be slightly moved, but sure.
That would make it fine by me. I actually, reading over this specifically, I'll agree that I think this language is a little bit irresponsible. I don't really think much harm is being done here because I mean, I'm fine with the idea of collective rent strikes, or I was back at the beginning of the pandemic.
Okay, so going through on the next statement, their rhetoric is...
Well, harm is if the landlord loses the place and they're all evicted, but...
We're not talking about harm. We're not talking about harm. We're talking about what's right and wrong as in the act. We haven't got to the consequence.
But we're consequentialist, man, Sargon. The act doesn't matter.
Exactly.
We'll see.
But even then, again, it's like, I don't think much harm has been done. Okay, well, but some harm has been done. Why is Philosophy Tube going out there and doing harm?
Yeah, exactly.
But
let's not do that.
The benefit, though, okay, it's more benefit than harm.
We don't. There's no benefit. Zero. Zip.
The benefit
zilch,
is
nada,
promoting
zip.
socialism to stupid people.
Apparently, it's a big grift, and we're
yeah.
all in on it.
The socialist grift is the doing good. Come on, Sitch.
Yeah, the benefit
that's a stretch.
No, look, Adam,
saying that we do good.
As Vaush said, the benefit is creating more whiny 14-year-old socialists who are going to go around yelling at people on the internet and bossing them around. Okay, that's the benefit.
Jeez, just what I wanted. Just a great. That's what the internet needs. More.
Hey,
bossy
you're the one that
14-year-old
wants 12-year-olds to
edgelords.
vote, Adam. Okay.
Yeah, to get them off the
future, you
internet.
rot.
Get them off the internet. Get them to the polls.